Hey parents, hey team members, it's me, Miss Tara, and I am coming to you today to talk about the reopening of GCKids. I am so excited to be slowly reopening our classrooms and ministering to your children in person again. But, as I'm sure you already know, because of the coronavirus pandemic, things are going to be a little different for a while. So please watch this video all the way to the end so you know what to expect this Sunday when you come. So for starting off, for the month of July, we will only open to the preschool class and the nursery class. And we will slowly add classes as we are able. The preschool will be in a combined class for the rest of the summer. So when I say preschool, I have a 5-year-old son who is about to go into kindergarten, and a lot of you have 5-year-olds who are about to go into kindergarten. They were in preschool when all of this happened, and unfortunately, we've just kind of skipped over the transition time. So they are not included in the preschool class, but they will be happily welcomed when we open up our elementary classes into their kindergarten group. So if you have a preschooler, we will not be dropping off preschoolers right when you get here. I know that's what you're used to, but because we still have to wear masks, yes, I know that you were wondering that, St. Joe County did extend the mask order until September 7th. And as long as that order is in place, we will require that the children ages 2 and up come to church with a mask on. And an hour and a half is just a long time to expect those little ones to keep their masks on. So they will be going to church with you, sitting at the table just as before, through the worship part of the service, and will be released at the time of the sermon. Now, when children are released, this is what will happen. Instead of Pastor John calling them all up and praying over them, they will actually be released during a song. You'll be told at the end of the pastoral prayer, and parents, you'll have a few minutes there during a song to be able to take your kids up and try out the new check-in system. So let me get into the new check-in system. We're still doing the name tags, we're still doing the family pickup tags. That has not changed, but the way in which we do them has changed. So families with little babies, when you drop off your nursery kids, you will go right when you get here. The nursery opens at 10 o'clock, and you can take your kids up, and you will see, I'll show you some pictures over here so it makes a little more sense, but we will have a wall of check-in bags. You'll grab your check-in bag. In the bag is going to have the name tags you need. It's going to have the family pickup tag. It will have a consent form, and I'm also emailing those to you, so be sure to check your email. But I'll have a consent form for you guys to sign, just stating that you understand that unfortunately in the kids' classrooms, we won't always be able to maintain social distancing. And I'll talk about that a little more here in a minute. But especially with your babies who can't wear a mask, and they're going to need to be held, they're going to need to get diapers changed, so they will not be social distanced from the adults in the classroom. So you'll need to sign your consent, just saying you understand that. And just to pause briefly, if you do not feel comfortable sending your children, don't feel like you have to. The sanctuary is still welcome for your kids. The baskets and the busy bags are still there. So this is if you are ready to utilize it, but if you're not, we understand. But when you drop off your nursery kid, you will take them up to the check-in desk, and they will get their temperature taken. Kids will be required to have a temperature check. Their temperature must be below 100. And if all is good, instead of walking your kids to their classrooms, you will now be passing off your child to one of their teachers. This is just to minimize congestion in the hallways, to make pickup time a little more distanced and easier on the teachers. Because your teachers, they have all of your kids, for the preschool teachers, they're trying to keep their masks on, they're trying to do everything they need to do, and it'll be easier to do that if somebody else, like myself, is handling the checking in and the checking out and checking the tag numbers. So that'll be the same at pickup. When you pick up, you'll pick up at the desk. It'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but I think in the long run, it'll be better for our kids wing to have it done that way. Now, if you have a baby or a little one who has some separation anxiety and you feel like you just don't feel comfortable passing them off the desk, you'd rather take them to the classroom, you can do that, but you have to get your temperature taken as well before you enter the rest of the kids wing. And if it's a need for you, please utilize it. But if it's not, if you're able to drop your kids off at the desk, that is my preference. Now let's talk about things that your children take with them to classes. For the time being, we are asking that the only items brought with the children into their classes is if they need a diaper and if they need wipes. Now, obviously for our nursery babies, if they need formula or anything like that, that can go. But just to reduce the spread of germs, if you probably don't want teachers digging through your whole diaper bag for one diaper, so just the very minimum that you need to send with your child is what we are asking. So I know that this sounds like a lot, but know that we are doing our best to make sure that your kids learn about Jesus and that they do it safely. So in addition to the new check-in, way of doing check-in, we are also going to be doing new cleaning and sanitizing procedures, which is pretty much the same things we were doing before and extra. I'm not going to go through all of those right now, but if that is something that you would like to see more detailed information on, you can check your email. If you don't see an email from me, go ahead and email me at tblankenship@gcmc.info, and I can get you more information. Parents, I know that your kids have been with you this whole time, and the idea of sending them into a classroom might feel a little scary, and that's okay. If you are not ready, that is okay. But do know that we are doing our absolute best to make sure that your kids are taken care of and that they are safe. So one last thing that I think I skipped, so jumping back a little bit, preschool parents. I told you that you're going to take your children with you. Now, another thing that I want to tell you is to grab your check-in bag when you get here and take it with you into the service, and that way at your table you can fill out your child's name tag, you can fill out the consent form and have those ready to go, so that way when it is time to release your kids to the classroom, you're already ready to go. They're wearing their name tag, they're set. And then you will keep that check-in bag and you will just return it to the front desk, the check-in desk in the kids wing, when you pick up your child. And there's that. It sounds a little complicated, but it won't be. It'll be good. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Bye.